Welcome to Creations by Karen, and today I'm going to show you what has become popular at my last few craft shows and in the wreath part. So typically in the past it's been the sunflower wreath. They just blow out, and so this one that I did yesterday, and actually the one I did the previous weekend, was the one I'm going to do today. Sherry Watson, how's the dog? Let's ask Sherry how the dogs are. All right, so we're going to start off with a Unique in the Creek small flower board. This is what it looks like, and you can go to uniqueinthecreek.com and you'll be able to get these boards. They have all sorts of stuff there. They have mesh, they have boards, they have whatever you need. And I got most of my stuff there, but this is a small flower board. A lot of people do their wreaths on large flower boards, the sunflower wreaths. I prefer the small ones. That's just a personal choice. You can use whatever you want, but we're going to be using one of these. You're going to need some rubber bands. You're going to need some tie wraps, and I use 6-inch tie wraps. Also, you can purchase these at Unique in the Creek. And Lori sent me a whole box of this stuff. Ever popular, sunflowers. And yeah, I got a sunflower center. I'll show you about that later. Some tools you're going to need: a pair of scissors, wire cutters, and one of these. What do you call these? I don't know. Okay. Are you ready? Now, when you're using a Unique in the Creek board, the front part is the part that does not have the Unique in the Creek emblem on it, okay? So when you're using Unique in the Creek boards, make sure you use the side that doesn't have the writing. I learned that from past experience. Not that it really matters, but at least when you're holding your wreath up, the back of it says Unique in the Creek. Anyways, we're going to go around and we're going to load all these holes with tie wraps. And once again, I'm using 6-inch tie wraps. There's 16 around the outside, 8 on the next row, row 2. Row 3, there's also 8. And in the middle, there's 4. But I'm adding 4 to that. But let's go ahead and I'll show you how to put the zip ties in. So at the top of the wreath base, there's 4 kind of here, as you can see. And they use these for hangers. I don't. Sorry, Lori, I don't do it. I use one of these and one of these. And that's just my preference. You can use both. Once again, I don't. I'm just going to go ahead and put the tie wrap in where the hanger will be. So that's a big one, that's a bit. So we're going to go here. And you can use a zip tie to do this. You can use a Chanel stem, pipe cleaner, or you can use whatever you want to do this. I'm using a tie wrap today just because I want to. I can do whatever I want. Okay, so what I do is just close it up just a little bit, and I take something to cut the tie wrap. You can use whatever you want. I just happen to have a pair of old scissors, and I'm using that one. Okay, so this just kind of fits to the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to load all these holes. I'm not going to do them all, because I've got one that's already been done. But just take your zip tie. Make sure when you're putting your zip ties in, that the head of the zip tie, the flat part, is facing the ceiling. And you just kind of come around and go in one way, and come through the hole the second way. And I just put this together like this, and I just leave it. Let me do another one for you. Hi, Sandy. Good morning. Put it in, come around, and come through. So once again, there's 16 on the outside, and all the other rows are 8. Okay? And I've gone ahead and done that, so I'll show you what it looks like. Good morning, Sue. So this is what it looks like when I have all the zip ties applied to here. See that? All the zip ties. And on the back, it looks really neat. Okay? So in the center, you put your four zip ties in the center, and then you add 4 zip ties between the 2 sets. Show you what I mean in a minute. So this is where you would put your zip ties, the 4 here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I put 1 here and 1 here. And 1 here and 1 here. So in the center, I'm going to have 8 as well. Good morning, Carla. Okay, you got that? Not hard. Doesn't take long to do. Lori makes it really easy. God bless her to make it easy. All right. So the one that I'm doing, I don't even have one to show you because they sold all week, yesterday. So it's like a sunflower, only I'm going to make it with black and yellow. I know that sounds odd, but it is black and yellow. So I'm going to start out with the mesh. Good morning, Annette. How are you? So I'm using 10-inch mesh. Poly burlap is what I use. You can use whatever you like. I prefer poly burlap. I'm going to turn this on for a second. Sorry. Okay, so I got my poly burlap. It's 10 inches wide, and I'm cutting it in 10-inch lengths. And I'm going to show you this twice, just because. All right, so you put it in a diamond shape. Got it? You're going to take the bottom to the top, and I'm a big fan of clothes pegs, plastic clothes pegs. Get them at my local Dollar Tree. You can get them wherever you want. I just take a clothes peg, clip the top, and I'm a little maybe bordering on OCD, so I like things to look perfect. That's just me. If you're making this for yourself, you can make it however way you want. So you got this done, and then you're going to turn it, and you're going to come to the center, and you're going to make a ruffle, sort of, in the center of it. Okay, you got that? And then I'm going to put 2 more on each side. 1, 2. And then 1, 2. Like that. Okay? Then I take a rubber band, and clear rubber bands you can get at the Dollar Tree. Good morning. And yeah, you get quite a few for $1. You can also get them on Amazon. I've got them there before. So I've got a clear rubber band. And I'm just going to put a rubber band on it. Turn it twice, like so. Take these clips off. And that's pretty much a petal for your whole wreath, okay? I'm going to do it again to show you. Good morning, Judy. Got your piece of mesh. Finished side on the right, this side, and this side. You're going to make it in a diamond shape. Take the bottom, come to the top. Put a clothes peg on it. Just me again. You can do whatever you want. Put another clothes peg on. And 1 more. Kind of like a bee. Yep. Turn it. And then make a pleat in the center. Close to center as you can. Okay. Then I make 2 more. And 2 more. Like so. Take a rubber band. You guys are awesome. And put your rubber band on. I can hear the cat upstairs. All right, take these off. Okay, so this is what you have. 2 pieces of mesh. And they look like a petal, kind of. Now, this is something that I do, and not everybody does this. But I do, just because, well, that's what I do, all right? I take this off, like so. Open it up where you've put them 2 together. And then I take some hot glue and put a little wee dab of hot glue on the center. And you know what? You don't have to do this, but it keeps it together while you're making it, and it looks like pristine all around. Like it doesn't open or separate or do any of that. It's entirely up to you if you want to do this. Yes, it takes time to do it, but you know, when you're watching TV, it doesn't matter. Time is just a... Okay, show you again. You got your petal that you've made. Take your clip off, open it up, and just put a little wee bad dab of glue on it, just like that. Let me shut that off for a second. Okay, put this together and hold it. Yeah, see, it just stops it from separating. Could you heat seal the tip of the petal? Probably. Yeah, I don't. I prefer to do this. It's just the way I like to do it. You can do this any way you want. All right, let's put this together, shall we? All right. Got my bucket of mesh here. So, I've got this. It's all, put all the tie wraps in. I'm going to start on the outside. Let me see. Where do I want to start? It doesn't really matter. Let's go here. I forgot to put the hanger on this one. So let's do that now. And once you've got all the petals made, this takes no time at all to put together. Just going to clip that off here. Clip. Okay, here we go. All right. Starting on this one, just take your petal, and I like, see it kind of curves this way. I just like to place it in with the curved side facing out. And I come about halfway between the row at the top and the row, the second row, and I just zip it in place. Petals in. And you just continue to do that. And I'll have a look and chat while we're doing it. Once again, make sure that your petal is going downwards. This looks really neat when it's finished. I tell you, keep watching. I like to keep these all sort of the same size. So just be cognizant of where, when you put it down. What do you guys think? Have you made like sunflower wreaths? See how that's going up? I want to turn it over, put it down. In your area, are sunflower wreaths as popular as they are here? Like for my spring show, it was sunflower themed. Good morning, Mar. Just putting this in. Just come around. Try to make this as tight as you can, but when you're finished making this, you're going to clip the ends of the tie wrap off, and you're going to turn the heads of them to the side. So you don't want to make it too tight so you can't turn it to the side. Good morning to you too. We're making a play on the sunflower. Do you put a wreath on your front door? There's a lot of sunflowers on my street. Good morning. We're a sunflower kind of street here. That's okay. Just makes it look so bright. And this is a perfect size for a front door. I had a lady come to the craft show and she bought 2 of them. She's got a large double front door no screen. And she bought 2 of these ones, this one for her front door, the black and the yellow. Because her door, I think, was white. But she puts all yellow flowers in her garden, so. Did you make a sunflower wreath last week? Nice. For the reminder, my son was, yeah, get it out, Mar. It's time. And you know, I know sunflowers are really predominant and take a long time to grow. And they're more popular in the fall. But it doesn't matter that it's not fall. People just like sunflowers. Always make sure this is going downwards. If you're wondering how to do the petal, I'm going to do another one in a minute. Just stay tuned. It's very quiet in here. I don't know where the cat is. Down. Perfect. Yeah. Half show yesterday was entertaining. Okay. See, you're trying to make these like all the same length. Just try as best as you can. I check every time I take a petal out of my bucket to make sure I'm putting it in the right way. Making a butterfly wreath. I should probably do that. They're popular too. Yeah, I've got a craft show on Mother's Day weekend. So I've got to get making these sunflowers for sure. Thanks, Sandy. One more to do. Look how fast this works up. Like I've done these on a wire wreath form. I do a smaller one on a wire wreath form. And I fight with, I fight with it constantly. I'm not the biggest fan of wire wreath forms, but you know, some people live in apartments and their doors are quite a bit smaller and can't put like this big one on their door. Or maybe they're afraid it might go walking. So they don't want to spend the money. So I make the small flowers for them. And yeah, I certainly don't charge as much. Okay, got all my petals in. Just going to go around and clip them all off. And this is really handy to use to do this. There's a lot of different tools you can use to do this. You can use scissors. You can use whatever you like. I'm just using this because this works for me. So once you get all your petals in, you're going to go around and cut all these off. And once you've like seal the ends of these petals, like put a little bit of glue right on the tip of them, you don't have to be as cognizant of them splitting apart, because I hate that. Okay, I got these all clipped off. I'm just going to turn those heads to the side so that they're not sticking up. Do you need to do that? Nope. It's just I like to do it. I don't know. Creature of habit. Okay. And if you pull these tie wraps too tight, you can't do that. Okay. There we go. Guess I was aggressive with a couple. Okay, I'm going to take this out and I'm going to show you how to do the petal again. Because it's going to go yellow now. Poly burlap. Crafty Liz did a cute rose bouquet with, oh, that's nice. Yeah, so we're going to do another petal for you. Got a piece of poly burlap cut 10 by 10. Make it into a diamond shape with your finished edge on the right and left. Take the bottom, come up to the top. Take a close peg, I got these at Dollar Tree. Place it on there. One on this side. And one on this side. Turn it. Make a pleat in the center, about half an inch to an inch. Come up. And once more. And then this side, come up. And once more. Take a rubber band, clear if you have it. Turn your glue gun on. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. Okay. Thanks, Carol. So, this is what you look like. Take this off. Take this off. Now, take this off. Of course, my glue gun, it didn't turn on. Take your glue gun. Might be able to get something out on here. Yes. Perfect. Put a little wee dab of glue on the end or the tip and just hold it for a second. Do you find poly burlap the best for these? Absolutely. Yeah, hands down. You get Lori to send me like a carton. Okay, there you go. There's your petal. It looks perfect. That's what I like. Does it need to be? No. Anyways, take my wreath that I've put the outside pieces on. I'm just going to go ahead and put the next row in. So in this row, I'm going to need 8. Here's the first one. Doesn't matter where you start. Nope. Place down, just like you did with the black ones. Take your tool, tighten that up. Look how pretty that is. I like it. Take another one. Like I said, this works really fast. Like this. Zip it closed. Oh, it looks so perfect sitting there. I like it. I like it when things come together, boy. This looks clean and polished and pretty. I love poly burlap too. Great. You love it? I love it too. Yeah, it's going to get better. Hang on. I had glue on there and it came apart. I might put a little bit more in there. Hang on a second. Turn that on just in case. Oh. Well, I guess the battery's dead. So, hang on a second. Might be able to just squeeze a little bit of glue out of there. Oh yeah, perfect. Stays hot for a long time. There we go. Might just put a clip on there to hold it in place so I can continue. There we go. Okay, next one. Place it down. Like I said, it's crazy. This works out crazy fast on a Unique in the Creek board. Must have been doing something when I was making these. My mind got distracted or something because there's a couple of these that aren't glued. Just glue it down. And like I said, you don't have to do this part. It's just me. You don't want to put this clip too far to the end because it won't come off with that glue. I'm using Gorilla Glue, so Gorilla Hot Glue. That's my favorite. It's what I always use when I use hot glue. You can use craft glue to do this part, the tips, but all I have in my home is some Gorilla Glue. Last one. Tuck it in. Perfect. Okay, there you go. They're all in. Like it. I'm going to go around and clip all these off like I did the last row. And then I'm going to turn the heads to one side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, turn your heads to the side. Very pretty. Thank you, Diane. Appreciate it. I like it too. Okay, now what color do you think we're going to go next? We're going to go black. I'm going to take these off so I don't forget. Okay, so we got 8 more. We're going to put black in. Already got these folded. So make sure you have the scoop going down. And this kind of goes in between. Look how pretty that is. Like it. I don't know why it was so, I guess trends change. People like it. I've had a sunflower forever. And people are concerned if with the elements. And what's good about the sunflower, oh, you don't want that, I want the black. They're thin enough, width-wise, that they're not going to, they're going to fit between a front door and a storm door. I live in Canada, we have storm doors. So a lot of people have storm doors on their front door. So if you use like a big ruffly kind of wreath, it won't close. Or it'll squish the wreath. So that's why I think these work really well. Look how fast this is going. I don't know why this does this. I don't know. Take that off. There we go. Hi. Lori Franklin. You're here. I'm just going to text you. I forgot. Sorry. We're making a little bit of a kind of like a sunflower. I'm calling it a kind of bee wreath. Sunflower bee wreath. I like the black and the yellow. Lori from Unique in the Creek is here to say hi. Lori, I sold so many of these. This has become just as popular as my sunflowers. So if you want to make these, go to Unique in the Creek. Get all your supplies from Lori. Everything you need to make this, she has it. Put that down. And one more. Two more. One more, two more. Sure it's going the right way. Going down. Yep. You're laying in bed. Well, I'm here promoting Unique in the Creek. You're laying in bed, Lori. That's fine. You enjoy your time in bed. Okay, one more going in. I love this black with it. And that's the end of my black. So I use 16 pieces of black mesh cut at 10 by 10 using my wood burner. That's just my choice. Make sure you wear a mask if you're using a wood burner, or do it outside. I'd still wear the mask. Apparently it can be a little bit toxic. All right. I'm going to clip these off just like I did the other two rows. Fun. I like using the Unique in the Creek boards for a lot of reasons. One of them being it works up so fast. Okay. Turn your tie wraps to the side. Okay. So there's my second row in. Look. What do you think? Cute. Like it. All right. My last row is going to be yellow. Petals made. Now, this is just me. You don't have to do this. See how I've cut it a little bit. I've cut a little bit of this off. Just because I don't want it to obscure the two holes that are here. So I just cut a little bit of that center off. I had Eli for 10 hours yesterday. Yeah, I imagine you're tired. Okay. Now, remember I said that I put extra petals in here. So, in the holes, there's 4 holes in the center. I'm going to do the 4 hole ones first. So, just lay this down. Take and zip tie that closed. Skip one and go to the next one. Because remember, I loaded all of them. I double loaded them. Make sure your petals come in this way. So what you don't want to do is put the ends of those over those holes that are there. Because then you're not going to be able to get the center in. And I think you could probably just keep going around and not do 4 and then go back and do 4 more. This is just the way I do it. I don't know, Lori, do you put all the center stuff in? I don't know. Okay. Skip one, put another one in. It's going to be pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so here's my 4 in. I skip one, and I put another one in. And like I said, you can just put them all in like at the same time. I just don't. Okay. So I'm going to cut these ones off, but I'm not going to turn them. Meaning I'm not going to turn the heads to the side. How many of these did you sell? Lots. Lots. I had like a little craft show yesterday, and I sold all of these. All right, I'm just going to put my last 4 petals in here. But you see how I place it in? 27, I think. Lori, did I tell you? I think it was 27. 27 wreaths. Crazy. All right? Just careful of your placement. Just place it down. and zip it closed. Make sure not to obscure the holes. Perfect. Okay, turn. And like I said, when you put a little dab of glue on each of the end of those petals, you can play with them a little bit more and not have to worry about them separating. Once again, this is just the way I do it. Lori does things different than I do. We all have our unique way of doing things. And I cut this off too so it doesn't get all bunched in the center. I always check when I take my petals off to make sure it's going the right way. Once again, that's just me. How cute is it, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you think it's cute already. I know, Lori, it was nuts, man. Nuts. It was the busiest craft show I'd had in a long time. Or that craft show, anyway. All right. Look at that. All my petals are in. Is that directionally right? Okay, it's good. Place this down. Okay, so the reason I cut the ends of these off is so it doesn't obscure those holes that are in the center. And I'm going to cut these off, and then I'm going to turn all of the heads to one side. Okay. Let's turn them all. There we go. There we go. Oh, that looks good. Okay, so here's what it looks like. The only thing I got to do left is put the center in. Check it out. Look how all them petals are perfect. Okay, so this is the center I got that was in my stash. And I have a whole lot of them that were different colors. I just painted them black. Sorry, Lori. I know you have sunflower ones, and I have those. But this one, I painted them black because I wanted the center to be black. Can you see that? And I've just put a type cable mount on the back of it. So I just take a Chanel stem, and I'm just going to come to the center, and I'm going to stick it through this cable mount. And when you put your cable mounts on, put a little hot glue on it as well, like Gorilla Glue. The cable mount will probably be fine, but if you put this on an outside door and it's getting direct sunlight, it can get kind of warm. All right, so I'm just going to place this in those holes. Can I see the holes? Yep. So that one should be there. So just place this down. Grab that end and then place this end in. Perfect. Snug it up. Turn it over. Twist it. I do 3 twists. And then I'm going to cut some of this off. And then I'm just tucking it back through the center holes. Like so. Look how perfect the back is. Nothing is going to scratch somebody's door. Everything looks clean. You can put your business card on here if you want. Look at the front. Okay, ready? Drum roll. Check it out. Okay, I want you to give me a thumbs up if you think this is just as awesome as I am. I love it. I love it. When you put that hot glue on the ends, man, it just looks perfect. Pretty, 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 pretty. Yeah, I like it. Okay, now just one final thing I'm going to do. I'm not going to do it now, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it outside, and this is going to sound weird, but I bought Final Net hairspray. Remember your mom using Final Net? Yeah, you can still get it. And I spray these, and I encourage everyone that buys them to spray it once a month with Final Net hairspray. And it, I mean, I've had one on my front door for years. Actually, it's on my back door. But, and it doesn't fade. What do you think? Good idea? Unless pretty cheap. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks very much for hanging out with me while I made my pretty little black and yellow. You could even go to Michael's. They have them. I saw them. Little bees that they had there, and you could stick them on here. That might be fun. All right. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Hey, Lord, I got to give you a call. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for supporting my channel, and we'll talk to you really soon. Bye now.